How's it going, people? Welcome back to another video from Production Axe. My name's Nicky and today I'm going to be sharing tips on how you can improve your workflow. So whenever you've started building up a track and everything's sounding great, do not stop there. Don't take any breaks, keep going, because you're probably in a state of flow, which means you're probably in a high productive mindset and everything that you seem to do that day just is going well. So the problem with stopping is, once you take a break and then you try to go back into the track and start producing the way you were doing it previously, you've probably have lost momentum. So it's very important, when you know you're in a state of flow and everything is going correct, and everything seems to be fitting nicely, just keep going and try and finish it, because getting in a state of flow is very rare, and loads of music producers know when they are in a state of flow they're unstoppable and the things they come up with are amazing. Then they wonder how did that happen, but then they can't do it in the next one. It's because they're in a certain mindset, and that's the best thing to do, is just keep going until you've came up with something special. Right guys, tip number 2 here. Stop concentrating on one single channel for too long, adding loads of audio effects. Probably you don't even know what half of them are doing. So just because you see the famous producers doing all that, adding loads of plugins, adding loads of effects to every single sound, doesn't mean that you should be doing that whilst you're still beginning. What you should be doing is getting the idea down and making actual music. You can always come back to this in the mixing stage. It's okay to obviously add a bit of EQA, a bit of saturation or whatever, but keep it simple. Wait for the mixing stage, where you can group them together and process all the sounds together and make them gel, because there's no point going through every single channel trying to get it perfect solo, because it might not sound good in the actual mix itself. So you're best off just making music, going as far as you can, as fast as you can, and then coming back to all that in the mixing stage. Spending too long on each individual channel as well will probably affect your workflow, and it will cause you to get stressed out if the samples aren't sounding right, or if you can't get it to sound right, and you'll probably end up just in a usual 8-bar loop and you end up aborting the actual track because you've got so bored of it that you just want to start something fresh again. And that's why so many producers have lists and lists and lists of just 8-bar loops in their DAWs, rather than just finishing, just working and finishing every single track, just moving on and making actual music. Right guys, tip number 3 here. Expensive plugins, VSTs, hardware kits or whatever it is, you don't actually need to buy anything expensive to make music. You should be focusing on only Ableton Live stock plugins, so you first of all understand what they do. I mean, there's amazing ones like Wavetable, Analog, whatever. You don't really need to spend any more money rather than your own DAW. A lot of people think that, oh, if I get this new synthesizer, my music's going to be 10 times better. It's not the case. You first need to understand synthesis and how it works in that, so you can do that inside of Ableton before you actually spend any money on expensive gear or anything like that. If you wanted to buy a plugin written off a soft synth, I would recommend Serum, because it's very visual and you can see everything that you're doing. You can go and deconstruct the presets that you've bought for it, and you can build them back up again, and that's a great way to learn sound design by yourself. So yeah, I would recommend Serum, but other than that, no need to buy any expensive plugins for your music at all. Reference tracks are a great way to see how a track's put together. What you can do in Ableton is you can put a reference track, a track that you like, onto channel 1, and then you can listen through the track. There's a feature in Ableton Live called the Add Locator feature, and what you can do is you can listen through your reference track, and every time you hear a new element coming in, you can add a locator there. So then you can map out exactly all the different elements who are coming in and out of the track, and then you can arrange a track in the same way as your reference track. It's a fantastic way to learn arrangement, and you can also level your track with the reference track as well, so you can try and match its frequencies and try and get it as close as possible to the professional looking track as you can. So last but not least is coaching and taking courses. If you want to get to a professional level as fast as you can, you probably should listen to people who are already at that level, and you should be taking as much courses as you can. It's okay watching videos on YouTube, getting wee tips here and there, but if you take a course, you take through step by step, every step of the way. Production Music Live has some great start to finish courses. I've learned a lot from them. I've had tutors, mentors, the lot, and every time that I get a coach or take a course, I learn something new and I instantly improve. So I advise anybody who's serious about music production to actually invest in some courses and some mentoring, because you don't learn everything off of YouTube. There's certain things that you won't find on YouTube that really take your production levels from here to there. So that's all for today, guys, and I hope you really enjoyed these tips, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Please subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it, and our website will be ready within the next week. We'll have a lot of sample packs, preset packs, and soon to be start to finish courses as well. So thanks very much for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.